renowned setter, the GSAC Libero of the Year, and Jessica Neves, JD Neves, is number 25. We will catch up with numbers as we go along. If you'd like to send me an email today and let me know where you were joining us along this NAIA video network, send it to herm@kurlradio.com. As we got a fun week of volleyball in front of us here from Sioux City, Iowa, where everybody thinks it's cold, especially if you're from Texas or California, but not too bad today. A little bit windy, but temperatures around the 32-degree mark. My hometown is Billings, Montana, so that is nothing new for me to have those kind of temperatures. Vanguard will serve first, and they will be led by Lauren Hayes, the setter. And we are just about ready to go. Here's the first serve of the national championship, and it takes it back to Annika Doctor. And a quick set right off the bat from Texas Brownsville, and Brownsville grabs the side out and the 1-point lead. And that kill put down by Yaksik in the middle for Texas Brownsville. Here's the serve from Sekulik, the setter. Vanguard goes to the outside, sends it cross court by Neves. A little bit of an overpass saved out of the sideline, tipped over the top, blocked away at the net by Musin. Here's the set from the near side, covered by Vanguard. The set back to the middle, and a kill put down by Musin. Heather Musin gets the kill down for Vanguard. And we are tied up at 1 in the first set. Back to serve goes Vanguard, and it will be Anna Doctor. Doctor will set up on the left side and shoot it down the line. Nice pass by Brownsville. Bounce off the top of the net, pushed over the top, covered on the back row by Brownsville. Push to the backside for Vanguard. They're going to try the backside to Neves. Neves gets a kill as it goes into the stands, and Vanguard leads 2-1. Each team kind of probing and figuring out what's going to work in the early going. And back to serve goes Nisio. Nisio back to serve for the Lions. She will load it up from the left side and take it deep to Marquez. Here's the set. Back to Marquez off the top of the block, covered by Vanguard. The set to the middle. Musin pumps it down, but it's covered by Vanguard. The big swing is going to hit the floor for Bojana Mitrovic. And Mitrovic scores the kill. And we are tied up at 2. And back to serve for Brownsville comes Sirikova. Anna Sirikova, a 6'1" junior right side. She will set up deep right in front of the barrier. Sirikova loads it up from the middle of the floor, shoots back the floater to the backside. Here's the swing by Musin, and it's a tip and a kill for Vanguard. So from the center of the floor, I am giving the wrong credit here. That's McKinney in the middle of the floor. My apologies. So Sarah McKinney, number 3 for Vanguard. And back to serve goes Heenan. Heenan waits for the whistle. We're 3-2 Vanguard in the early going. And Heenan loads it up from the left side. Shoots it to Marquez. Here's the set, tipped over the top, blocked away by Vanguard. Vanguard's up 4-2 on the stuffer in the middle to the floor by Vanguard. And back to serve again goes Kelly Heenan. Heenan from the left corner. She will shoot it down the line. Good pass by Marquez to the setter. Push over the top by Doctor. Here's the set to the outside for Vanguard. It hits the donut hole, and it's down. So give the kill to Barker. Rachel Barker scrapes it off the block, and it hits the floor. 5-2 Vanguard in the early going. And a shank, it's going to be an ace for Vanguard. Kelly Heenan scores the ace, and Vanguard up 6-2. We'll see how long Todd Lowry goes before he calls the timeout. Heenan back to serve again. Can she keep pounding it down? Served by Marquez. Push to the floor. Nope, it's off the net. Saved by Brownsville. Here's the push over the top. A dump shot scores for Vanguard. And give the put down to Lauren Hayes. Now Todd Lowry wants the timeout. So back and forth in the first 3 points, and then Vanguard outplays University of Texas at Brownsville, and the lead goes to Vanguard in the first set, 7-2. And you kind of wonder sometimes how these conferences match up once they hit the national tournament. And quick timeout for Todd Lowry. He's going to send his troops out there and see if they can get the side out off of the tough serve of Kelly Heenan. So back out on the floor first comes the Ocelots. And they will wait as Leja has had a great start from her team. Erin Leja coached her team to a 23-11 mark this year. And Kelly Heenan will go back to serve again for the Lions. Vanguard up 7-2 in the first set. Heenan back to serve. She'll load up the jump serve, shoot it to the backside. The pass by Musin up to the setter. The swing cross court off the block, too high for the back row, and give the kill to Mitrovic. Mitrovic bounced that off the block at the net over the head of the back row defense for the Lions. So a side out of the timeout for the Ocelots. And back to serve goes Vanya Joksic. Joksic loads it up from the left side, shoots it cross court. Nice pop to the net, saved out of the net, but it's going to be an ace, should be counted as an ace anyway, for Joksic. As the point goes to Texas Brownsville. Too hard for the back row to handle. And Joksic will load it up again for the Ocelots. Ocelots wait on Joksic, and she will load it up. Shoot it to the same spot. The pass to the setter is perfect. Here's the push over the top by Neves, and the dump shot works. So J.D. Neves scores the kill and gets the side out for Vanguard. So a little bit of bleeding out of the timeout for Vanguard, but they get the side out and shut down Texas Brownsville for now at 4. It's 8-4 Vanguard in the first set. Back to serve goes Dalrymple, the backup setter for the Lions. Here's the set to the backside, and the swing by Mitrovic, dug out on the backside by Vanguard. Left-handed into the block, knocked back to Vanguard. Here's the swing from the opposite side, dug out on the backside by Marquez, and give the kill to Brownsville. Brownsville gets the point on that one, 8-5. And back to serve goes Mitrovic. Mitrovic moves over to the right side. She will load up the straight-up jump serve, take it back to Ruby Barker. And the tough swing is a put down from the middle and give the kill to Stephanie Flores. Flores, too much on that one for Brownsville to handle, and Vanguard leads 9-5 in the first set. McKinney waits, that's not McKinney. Sappington back to serve for the Lions. She floats it over the top. The pass is perfect to the setter. Backside push to the floor, and that's down for Brownsville. Brownsville scores the tip kill as that went away from the block, and Caboclo scores that kill. Valquira Caboclo. Back to serve goes Brownsville. She'll shoot it down the line. Shanks the serve a little to Dalrymple. Here's the set, off the block, one-arm save for Brownsville. Sweeping save running away from the court. Free ball back to Vanguard. Here's the set for Vanguard. They go outside, off the block and down. It's a kill for Chase. And Vanguard gets the side out. Chase scores the kill. And it's 9-7, Texas creeping their way back into this one as Doctor goes back to serve. Annalise Doctor. And she shoots it to the backside. There's Jessica Chase. The swing from the middle, blocked back by Texas Brownsville. This will be a kill over the top, covered on the backside by Musin. A swing and a stuff block by Vanguard. Give the stuffer to Hairline. Hairline scores the stuffer at the net on that swing by Brownsville, 10-7. And back to serve for Vanguard goes Haldy. Kendall Haldy, a 6'2 senior middle blocker. She'll float it over the top. There's Marquez. Here's the set to the backside. Cross-court swing. Beautiful play on the backside by Vanguard. The set into the corner, the open corner, and it's down for Vanguard's Jessica Chase. And it's 11-7. Vanguard has the 4-point lead, approaching the middle part of the first set. Opening round of pool play from Sioux City. The serve down the line, covered over there by Doctor. Flip shot is down. The donut hole was open, and give the side out donut hole dump shot to Texas Brownsville. Defense from Vanguard got all spread out, and the kill went down for the Ocelots. Back to serve goes the libero, Heather Musin, for the Ocelots. She'll load it up. No jump serve this time. She'll shoot it to the backside to Sappington. Here's the set. Off the top of the block. Blocked away by Brownsville, and give the stuffer to Yaksik. And it's a 2-point margin, 11-9. Good timeout by Coach Lowry as he got his team squared away, and now the Ocelots are closing in on tying this one up. Would have been a service error, played off the backside. Here's the set, tipped just inside the aerial, and they got away with it. The set to the back row attack, down and good for Doctor. Power on that one as she went just past the 10-foot line from her own 10-foot line, and we got a 1-point game. Annalise Doctor scores the kill. Back to serve goes Musin. Musin from the left corner. Flips it over the top to Heenan. Here's the set to the opposite side, and that's going to be on the floor. Give the kill to Chase. So a side-out kill for Vanguard. Hold off the celebrations on the tie for Texas Brownsville for now. Side-out Vanguard, and back to serve goes Lauren Hayes. Lauren will set up on the far right side and shoot it to the backside. A little bit of a shank, popped over the top beautifully on the front side. And the put down is good for number 3 as Sarah McKinney is back in the front row and doing her thing for the Vanguard Lions. And Vanguard has stretched their lead back to 13-10. Here's the serve. Popped up by Marquez. The set to the backside. Whistled down by Mitrovic. That's in the crowd. Bojana Mitrovic gets the muscle kill, and once again, Texas Brownsville within 2, 13-11. Entertaining opening set here at the National Championships. Herm Ellenboss coming to you from Sioux City, Iowa. And back to serve goes the setter, Sekulik. Sekulik takes it to the deep side, covered by Vanguard. The swing is down for Neves. The third-team All-American gets that kill, and the side out for Vanguard, 14-11. So pretty evenly matched teams so far in this first set. As University of Texas got down a little bit early, and now they're playing about even. Doctor waits on the serve from Nisio. Here's Nisio's serve back to Marquez. Perfect pass up to Sekulik, and a hitting error for Texas Brownsville takes the lead to 4 for Vanguard. Timing a little bit off on that middle set for Texas Brownsville. And Nisio back to serve again for the Lions. She'll load up the jump serve, and she responds with a hit into the net. So a little give it. We'll take one, we'll give one here. And the score remains a 3-point bulge for Vanguard. 15-12, Vanguard leaves Texas Brownsville. And back to serve goes Texas Brownsville, Surikova. A 6'1" junior right side. Surikova loads up the serve, takes it deep to the backside. McKinney with a pass, but give the ace to Surikova as Vanguard could not control the pass. Anna Surikova scores the ace, and it's a 2-point margin once again. Surikova back again. She'll load it up and take it cross court, picking on Ruby Barker. The set to the outside, way out, and no tip at the net, so one of our first hitting errors for Vanguard, and it's a 1-point game. Erin Leja trying to encourage her team to hold off Texas Brownsville. Surikova back to serve again for the Ocelots. And she takes it deep to Heenan. A swing, blocked back by Brownsville. They're going to load it up again. This time a pass from the back row, handled beautifully. A swing at the net, blocked by Vanguard. Another swing from the outside, tipped down the line, covered on the backside by Hayes. Here's the tip over the top, blocked back by Brownsville. Long rally here in the first set. They go opposite. That was deep, but it was played by Surikova. Backside attack, down the line, covered by Vanguard. Nothing is hitting the floor right now. And a punch over the net, saved by Vanguard, pushed to the backside. Vanguard is there. The quick tip, saved by Vanguard beautifully. The last one, and then a miss on the tip for Vanguard. Hayes had one last look at it. The sideline was open. And we're all tied up at 15. A desperate rally produces the tie in the first set. And Surikova has muscled back her team from the service position for the Ocelots. Sarakova will try to get Brownsville the lead. She'll load it up and release from the middle of the court. Take it to the backside to Barker. Here's the set. Set's a little off target. Hitting error. No tip is called. Or did they call a tip? Nope, no tip. Texas Brownsville gets it, and Aaron Leja from Vanguard wants the timeout. 16-15, Texas Brownsville over Vanguard. Todd Lowry has to be happy with his team's effort since the first time out a few minutes ago, as Vanguard kind of allowed some creep there by Brownsville. They kept creeping close. Vanguard would fight them off, and now Vanguard looks up at a 1-point deficit by Texas Brownsville. 16-15, entertaining first set here in Sioux City on the NAIA network.com. Glad to have you along this afternoon. After this on the network, we will have Columbia and Southern Oregon. Be sure to join us for that. Later tonight, it's #1 Rocky Mountain College playing the host team, Briarcliff. Sarakova back to serve will try to keep the pain going for Vanguard. The set to the middle, tipped over the top, covered on the front row by Mitrovic. Big swing on the outside, might have been out, played by Vanguard. The set to the outside, blocked away by Brownsville. Another put, covered by Brownsville. The set to the outside, Brownsville unloads it down the line, and that is called 4 hits. So give the side out to Vanguard. And a tie-up, a desperate battle by Vanguard, and they tie it up at 16. And back to serve for Vanguard goes the libero, Heenan. Heenan shoots it back to Marquez. The set to the backside to Mitrovic. Wow, power down the middle of the court. The open door. And Mitrovic gets it down for the kill, 17-16. Well, you don't have much time to react on a swing with that kind of power. Back to serve goes Yaksik. Yaksik from the left side. She'll take it to the backside to Nisio. The swing by Neves to the floor for Vanguard. We're tied up at 17. J.D. Neves gets it done on the front corner. A little bit of a deflection by Brownsville, didn't hurt it at all. And back to serve goes Dalrymple. She'll take over at setter for the Lions. Dalrymple from the middle of the court serves it out. The lead goes back to Texas Brownsville. The service error for the Lions. Vanguard trying to pick up win number 24. They play in that tough Golden State Athletic Conference. And back to serve goes Mitrovic, so she will move off the front line for Brownsville. Substitutions going on for the Lions. Haldy will come into the front row. Kendall Haldy is 6'2", senior middle blocker. Mitrovic gets set to go for the Ocelots. 18-17 Brownsville. To the backside, Nisio is there. The set with a slide set, blocked away by Brownsville. And that will be a point for Brownsville. The set went to Kendall Haldy right in the game, and the set came to her, and now Texas Brownsville is up 19-17. Mitrovic back to serve. She gets her rhythm and launches it. Perfect serve to the backside to Nisio. The set off the top of the block, covered by Marquez on the back row. Here's the set, cross court, into the net. Call it Vanguard point, as that's a hitting error for Texas Brownsville. And that is a hitting error for Texas Brownsville, which makes it a 1-point deficit for Vanguard. And back to serve goes Amanda Sappington, a freshman defensive specialist, 5'5". She will float it to the backside to Marquez. Here's the cross-court swing, stuff block at the net. And Charlotte Heerlen gets the stuffer, and we have a tie game at 19. Powerful swing on the front row, just as powerful back to the floor. And Sappington loads up the serve. Almost an overpass, a blind tip covered by Vanguard. They go outside, high off the top of the block. Marquez settles under it. Here's the backside attack for Mitrovic, and she misses it. And Vanguard takes the lead. 2 feet out the back door, and Vanguard's up 20-19. Sappington back to serve again. Vanguard has fought back from a 2-point deficit. Sappington shoots it to the near side to Musin. Musin gets the ball stuffed back, and another point for Vanguard, and now Vanguard is threatening to break away in the 20s. And back to serve again goes Sappington. A floater to the backside, covered and put to the floor by Brownsville. Big side out for Texas Brownsville. Huge play for Brownsville to not let Vanguard get any closer to that 25 mark. And back to serve for Brownsville goes Annalise Doctor. 5'10" sophomore. Vanguard waits. They'd love to get this side out, keep the pressure on the Ocelots. The set by Sappington. Off the block and down from the outside for Heerlen. Heerlen got the huge block just a moment ago, and now she gets a kill to get the big side out for Vanguard. And back to serve to try to take Vanguard closer to home in the first set goes number 22, Kendall Hawley. Popped up at the net, set is perfect, pushed, covered by Vanguard. Here's the set to the backside. Cross-court swing is down for Vanguard. They're 2 points away. Charlotte Heerlen, a 6'2" junior, does it again. Vanguard's at 23, Texas Brownsville at 20, and Todd Lowry has to be pretty close to a timeout. Back to serve again goes Haldy. Haldy waits. Down the line, covered by Brownsville. The swing from the other side, Marquez. Oh, Vanguard thought it was in. The call came out, and a side out for Texas Brownsville. That was close, and Marquez scores a big side out kill. Back to serve for Brownsville goes Heather Musin. Musin loads it up, takes it deep. Perfect pass to the center. The quick to the corner is good. A quick set to Sarah McKinney, scores into the corner, and Vanguard is at set point, 24-21. Vanguard trying to shock the Texas Brownsville Ocelots and take a 1-set lead here in opening round of pool play. Back to serve. The first set point is Lauren Hayes. Hayes over the top to Doctor. The set goes to Marquez. Marquez bounced off the block, back to Brownsville. Back to Marquez. Marquez dug out on the backside by Vanguard. The swing by Vanguard saved on the back row. Free ball will set up Brownsville. Here's the set back to Marquez. Played on the backside by Vanguard. And a tip out by Vanguard. And Texas will have another set point to fight off. 24-22. The tip was long for the Lions. And back to serve goes Sekulik, the setter for the Ocelots. And a timeout on the floor, 24-22. Texas has fought off 1 set point to the Vanguard Lions, and we will see if they can continue to stay alive in this first set. Herm Ellenbosch calling this one from Sioux City, Iowa. Also in this pool is Columbia, 33-5, and Southern Oregon, 23-5. And if you add up the wins for these teams, it's 108 for these 4 teams. 108 times these 4 teams have gone to the floor and come away with wins over the course of this season. Out of the timeout first comes Texas Brownsville. Tina Sekulik waits to try to fight off another set point. Vanguard looking for that final point to get home in the first set. Sekulik waits. She's been picking on Sappington. She goes the other way this time. Chase with a good pass to the setter. They go outside with a system set, and a stuffer by Brownsville keeps it alive. And Brownsville fights off another set point. Give Yaksik the stuffer at the net. 24-23. Fingernail biting time here in Sioux City. Back to serve goes Sekulik. Sekulik to the backside to Sappington, and that's to nobody. Give the ace. We're tied up as Brownsville has fought off now 4 set points to tie it up at 24. And we will be going to extra numbers in this first set. Sekulik back to serve from the middle of the floor, trying to get Brownsville the lead. Here's the save out of the net, and that's a kill from the front line. And McKinney gets the answer and takes actually they gave that point to Brownsville. first. Now they've switched it up on the scoreboard. So Vanguard gets the kill from McKinney, and Brownsville forced to fight off another set point. Back to serve for the Lions, Nisio. Nisio loads it up, back to Marquez. Perfect pass up to Sekulic. And another tying kill for Texas Brownsville. And the score, 25-25. They went right to the middle and got the kill. So now Texas Brownsville will try to get ahead in this one, as we are going to extra numbers here in the first set. And Sarakova has been a great server for Brownsville in the first set. She will load it up. Vanguard waits. And she shoots it back to the libero for the ace, and Brownsville has the lead. Heenan could not get the pass directed in the right direction, and now Brownsville is 1 point away from coming back for the win in this first set. And Vanguard is forced to fight back again. Sarakova loads up the serve from the middle of the floor, back to Heenan. That's going to be out. Brownsville's going to win. So what a match. 27-25. Brownsville wins the first one in a comeback. They were down 24-21, and somehow Brownsville pulled a rabbit out of the hat and came back to take the first set 27-25. We'll be back with set number 2. And as we get set for the second set, we reflect on a very big first set. It looked like Vanguard had it in the bag a couple of times, but never was able to put away the Texas Brownsville Ocelots. And we'll see if Vanguard can come back from that demoralizing loss in the first set. Vanguard won their last 3 regular season matches of the year, so picked up a little bit of steam going into the playoff game where they knocked off Concordia from Oregon in 3. Teams back out on the floor, and we're about set to start on the second time around here from the 2014 NAIA Volleyball National Championship presented by J&L Staffing and Recruiting. And you are watching NAIAnetwork.com. Pool play action on a Tuesday. Glad to have you along. I'm Herm Ellenboss. And Brownsville will serve first to start the second set. Sekulic back to serve for the Ocelots. Boy, you talk about a change in fortune. Vanguard thought they had him busted and couldn't get it done. And Brownsville had just enough to come back and win. Opening point, they call a lift on Vanguard. So the lift is called on Dalrymple as she couldn't handle that ball cleanly on the play. Brownsville takes the 1-0 lead. Back to serve again goes Sekulic, and she scores the ace. It's 2-0 Brownsville. Sappington with a late reaction to that ball, and it floated away from her to compound the error. 2-0 Brownsville